Hi, I am Abhishek Banerjee. I am a research scientist at Siemens Technology, Research and Development in Siemens, Princeton, New Jersey. I'm working there from the last 2 years, and before that I was a postdoctorate researcher at Idaho National Lab working with the Department of Energy. I came to Edxcare International by knowing about this place from an acquaintance of mine. I came to know about Arindamda, and he's very good in his expertise on international universities and how to go abroad to US. So I came here to meet him. At that time I was doing my bachelor's in engineering, instrumentation and control engineering, and I came here. When I first met him, I kind of understood that he knew what we had to do, so it was very clear in his mind. And from that time onward, what I knew was whatever he said, I was just going to listen to him, because I had heard of several success stories where the way he guided people, if you just listen to what he said, it would ultimately turn out to be true. And ultimately, after a lot of preparations, I was able to clear the exams with good scores, and then came down the hard part, which Arindamda is, his expertise is there, which is which universities to choose, how to apply, and how to pre-apply and then apply. So in this whole process, he guided us through several steps where we spent like countless instances where we discussed about where should I apply with these scores, what would be perfect and what not to apply. For example, just getting a high score does not mean that we apply to the topmost university. So that was one of the big lessons that I learned from him. Usually I see students trying to apply for MIT, Harvard or Stanford, but that's not always dependent on what your score is, and is not always achievable because it has a long list of selection criteria. Instead, like, there are certain universities which have central funding that are being sent to them, and you need to identify which universities have constant funding and what's your area of expertise you want to develop into in 5 years, let's say. So that kind of selection procedure was very important, and Arindamda actually helped me understand that which universities would cater to my requirement in terms of what I wanted to study and what I wanted to see myself in the next 5 years. So after this rigorous procedure, we listed down, shortlisted like 5 or 10 universities, and then we made a application to those universities. Finally, it was very exciting when I really got my offer letter from the university, North Dakota State University, where I got a full funded opportunity with 100% tuition waiver and teaching and research assistantship included. So now I am a research scientist at Siemens Technology, USA, Research and Development, and I'm residing in Princeton, New Jersey, where the headquarters of the research and development of Siemens is. And currently I'm working on several renewable energy related challenges that we need to address in the green economy and the green development of renewable energy resources. And in this process, I'm applying a lot of the skills that I learned in my PhD and my postdoc that I did in the national lab before I joined this company.
Black start in a power system domain means like when lights are completely off due to a natural disaster or some kind of an event, everything's gone to zero. We start up from the bottom and come up with power and then power up. That's what a black start is. Our testbed represents a microgrid. It is a granular concept where we have several microgrids, exactly 4 of them here. Each of them have 6 grid-forming inverter units. These microgrids can, however, expand and they can synchronize with each other. The microgrid essentially in our testbed represents a community that we are trying to power on or keep the lights on during an advent of a natural disaster. This may include important services like post offices, fire stations, hospitals which need power as backup.
In this overall journey, Edxcare International has been with me throughout. Arindamda has been a constant support, and whenever I got stuck in anything that I needed help in, I went back to him, and he has really been able to tell me what the differences between good and bad are, and then what the differences between how to apply to a good university or a state university or a medium grade university. But choosing a nice professor is what really matters, because the professor's expertise is what will take the student along in the field of research. So these are the good takeaways that I had from Edxcare, and the teachers here have been very nice to us, and they are always open to help us in any kind of discussions. Overall, it was a brilliant experience to be here, and I would recommend everybody who is aspiring to go abroad to come to Edxcare and talk to Arindamda and have just listen to his advice and have a good time here.